Welcome. I always panic when I see the hood up. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Challenger, y'all see it. Dodge Challenger. Now, it's in for no start. Now, a typical Challenger, from a no start complaint standpoint, this one's actually a no crank, I heard. But if you got a no start issue, a lot of people will go directly toward the fuel pump. All right, and I don't know. I guess 70% of the time, that's a good place to go. But you still need to diagnose the car, guys, because that's based off the assumption that you're not getting fuel. All right, but we don't play those games here. We diagnose things here. So I have the key right here. Feet on the brake. Let's see what we got. I see a cord hanging down here. What is that? What in the world is that? I don't know. All right.
It's a great time to...
Nothing, guys. I'm getting nothing. It's good that I have power, okay, but I'm just not getting the crank. So technically, this is a no crank complaint. Why am I getting power supply but no crank? Guys, I think this is a 2017 model. Pretty much everything on here is electronics. So I need to electronically check inside these modules and see what I'm not getting, guys. We're not dealing with a no start. We're dealing with a no crank. That is totally different from a no start. Okay, no start is you cranking over, but you're not starting. In this case, I want to take a look. Now see, it's hard to suspect battery being your issue. Remember, I got power. I got ignition. Okay. Oh Lord. First sign of you in trouble, JT, when you see cables and a battery, guys. So it's likely so somebody likely suspected that the battery was the issue and they simply went and got a new battery. But again, I'm getting a no crank. So guys, I'm gonna have to take a break because I'm gonna have to go and get my my scan tool. This car was towed in. I'm not about to, I want to check these connections, make sure at least they feel on point. I'm not about to push this in the shop just yet. I'm gonna exhaust all possibilities before I commit to go and get that pusher and push it in the shop and all that. So I will, however, walk back to the shop and get my scan tool and check some things. All right, y'all stay tuned. I'll try to screenshot y'all what I find. Stay tuned. All right, guys, as you can see from those screenshots, I have problems, or the computer is seeing problems with the ABS. So now I'm kind of scratching my head. I have a no crank situation, and my ABS module is totally off the bus network. If you look at that topology, you will see that box as red. Okay, now let's go outside. Who knows why it's red? I'm right now I'm interested in getting it to crank, not so much interested in why the ABS light on. However, the ABS module is on CAN-C bus, guys. Remember, CAN-C bus can pull the whole network down and cause you to not start, not crank, all kinds of things. Here's the ABS module, and it is showing red offline. Why is offline? I don't know. You have to perform diagnostic to get to that point. All right, so I might not have a choice but to get it in the shop. Let me see if I take this ABS module, if I take it totally off the bus and I start, yes, and it's pretty self-explanatory that the module is pulling the network down. But I'm thinking I will have more than one. Every now and then, guys, if I need a refresher course on this CAN bus stuff. But I'm just trying some right now. If I take the ABS module totally. All right. Whoa. Holy crap, look at that. Oh man, guys. The whole thing is disintegrated. Wait a minute. Look at that. Pins all busted up, guys. This very well could be pulling down. Let me see something. Okay, I still got no crank. Still no crank, but wow. Let me see. God. Well, at least we'll know why the ABS light is on. How does this happen? Let me take y'all. I can't see from this angle. I'm going to take y'all down. Wow, y'all see those pins? Look at that pin, that bent pin right there. All I did was unplug it. And it looks like this connector is... Well, how in the world does this happen? Look at that. Whoa, man. I don't even know if they sell this connector. They might end up needing a whole complete body harness. I don't know if I can get this. I have no choice but to replace this connector. Look at that. How in the world does this happen? The module internal circuitry is... Did this blow? Alright. Now, okay, I may need to get some I may have to God, I still want to know why it won't crank though, guys. So, but if that's playing a role in it, alright, I need to do this, guys. Y'all hold tight, guys. I have to keep y'all up to date. That is, oh my goodness. Now, I've just been told we're gonna end up fixing this, guys. I had a hard time explaining to the insurance company how something like this could happen. Okay, and I also had a hard time explaining it to them because they want to know, well, why won't it start? Why won't it crank? This is a no crank situation, guys. Notice it's still outside. I don't really like to push these inside until I'm ready to make a repair. But as far as explaining this, I have no idea. If anybody know, please let me know. I mean, look at that, guys. So let me update you guys. Yes, you can get this connector by itself. You do not have to get the complete engine harness or body harness, whichever harness this connector is connected to. You do not have to get the complete harness. So what I got ordered is a connector, which means I'm gonna have to make this harness accessible, cut it, and splice every freaking terminal. I think this is a 38 pin connector, so I'm gonna have to do every last one of them, guys. All right. So they wanted me to explain how this happened, and then they wanted me to explain, well, why won't it start? Why won't it crank? Guys, let me tell you something. The signal from the brakes, the brake input is crucial for starting. Okay, if you not remember what you got to do to even start your car. What's the first thing you got to do? You got to press on the brake pedal, right? Right. So that signal obviously allows cranking. If the car don't sense that the brakes are applied, no, you will not crank. Okay. Now, but that signal, the pressing of the brake pedal comes from the brake switch. All right, which the brake switch is fed to here, the PCM. A lot of inputs or a lot of modules need to know the position of the brake pedal. All right, so it's not just this. Like I say, the PCM need to know that. A lot of things need to know that. But this ABS is on CAN C, I want to say. CAN C is crucial to cranking or anything else. CAN C on the same status as the ABS, as the PCM and the TCM. Yes, that's how crucial it is. That's how much they can pull down the bus. So what I had to do is explain to them, look, I can't diagnose the no crank until I get this brake system repaired. And I'm still stuck on, again, I can't explain this. I had to send pictures. Well, let me see pictures. There you go. How does this happen, guys? This is the module itself. I mean, look at the module. Just the motherboard. You can see the guts in the motherboard. Like I say, the connector, like there's something to explode inside. I can't find no information on this on the internet or through the database. So it's just one of those fluke. Now, I know a lot of guys can say, oh, Dodge, a piece of junk. It's a Dodge thing. No, guys, some things are just unexplainable. And now I'm sure this has happened before, just we will never know because nobody reports stuff like this or nobody will report it. But yeah, that's where we at on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video when the parts get here. I'll fire it back up. Yes, get a phone call this morning. Guess what came in, guys? Y'all know the Challenger from hell with the unexplainable problems. To this day, guys, even with all the research I have done in the past, now I've been waiting about 3 days for these parts, but the whole time I'm waiting, I'm still in suspense mode. Like, I still don't know what could cause that. Now, remember I told y'all I did an update video just to alert you that you can get the ABS connector by itself. In the beginning, I thought you had to get the complete, you had to get the whole harness, okay, the whole body harness. All right, that was not factually true. Okay, you can, however, what you see right here, you can't just get the connector. Now, I got to get this car in the shop. There's no way I can fix this outside to even drive it in the shop. So I'm going to be forced to pull it in the shop. Yes, I have to. Yeah, see this connector? I'm about to get a wiring diagram, guys. Okay, this is not. I mean, some of these wires are different gauges than the other, so I'm sure the thick gauge wire or the heavier gauge wires for power source and grounds, I don't know, but I gotta make this look right. Now, as far as this damn ABS module, I wonder if it's just the module or the hydraulic unit and the module. Some of them you can't get just the module, but this is not heavy enough. Yeah, this is light enough to be just a module. All right, so good. I didn't want to deal with the hydraulic unit, you know, dealing with the fluid and having to bleed it and all that stuff. That's no big deal, but I just don't want to deal with all that. So I'm glad you can get just the module. And now the hardest part of this whole job is splicing in, making the connections between here and here. And guys, all I can do is make the connection. Hopefully the car will start because I will be getting my brake signal and go drive it and see what happens. All right, I've talked enough. Let me get this car in and we're gonna see what happens. We'll see what happens next. Stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, first thing we want to do, man, let's get this thing started. Okay, let's get this job started. First thing I want to do is get this ABS module off of the ABS hydraulic unit. Okay, it's just held on by 3 bolts, guys. 3 T25, I want to say. Got 1 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Alright, let's actually see if we got enough room to clear it. We might be just fine. Slowly. Come on, baby. I don't know, guys. Look at that. I want this on a rag. I want this on a clean rag so I can analyze these parts. All right, guys. Still kind of in disbelief as far as not knowing what's caused this. All right, we'll analyze this later, guys. For now, I got to get this part on the car, and like I say, keep my look at it. It even busted up right here, like it just popped. We're gonna take this apart, but for now, let me get it. Let me get the parts replaced, guys. So now, from this angle, I can bring this harness all the way up and start the harness replacement therapy. Yeah, we'll just call it wiring replacement therapy. All right, so let me grab my pliers, my electric cutters and things like that, and we're gonna get started, guys. Let's get it. I've got the new connector and wiring terminals put into the new connector. Okay, guys, I'm still perplexed. I'm still at a loss with this, okay? Because all I did was made a repair. As far as, did you fix the problem? If somebody asked me, did you fix the problem? What was the problem? I would have a hard time answering that. Okay, again, because I do not know what in the world caused this. Now, when we get some free time, guys, I'm gonna bust this open. Final preparation to see if this thing even crank. All right,
Alrighty,
guys, I got the connector. Got everything on here. Look at this, guys. Brand new ABS module, brand new connector. All right. Now what we interested in, I know I'm gonna have to initialize it, but right now let me see if it'll crank. Remember, the whole original complaint on this was a no start, no crank. Let's see. Do I have cranking back?
Alrighty.
Where's my key? Key right here, present. Feet on the brake. All right, guys, cross your fingers. Look at that. Boom! It is running, guys. I have my crank back. Yes, I'm expecting a ABS and all that stuff to be on. But guys, it was all about the input for the brakes. Okay, the brake has to be pressed to allow a ground signal to go to the starter relay. No brake press, no start, no crank. It's simple as that. No brake, no crank. And I lost my brake because the module had exploded. Again, I have merely made a repair. What fixed this car is a physical brand new ABS module and a connector replacement. What caused the ABS module to fail? Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It could have been as just a spike internal, or it could have been where they jumped it off in the trunk. To tell you the truth, I don't know if we'll ever know the answer to that. Okay, I'm going to get with engineers and see if they can come up with some kind of explanation, because I hate to leave you guys hanging. Now, I work on commission, so my sole interest is to get it in, get it fixed, and get it out, and move on to the next car. But I have a different agenda. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to understand what happened. Now, and I do not know what caused that module to explode. But is the car fixed? Right now, it starts to run. What I got to go do now is initialize it, and I can deliver the car to the customer. So technically, I have fixed the car. The hardest part I'm having with it now is explaining. Like, say, for instance, the customer called me. I want to speak to the guy that worked on my car. Hey, man, what was wrong, man? What happened? Well, your ABS module exploded internally, and that damaged the connector. Okay, what do y'all think the next question is going to be out of his mouth? Well, Young Buck, you know, they like to call me Young Buck. What do you think caused that, man? What happened? My friend, I have no idea. And then I'm going to look like a total unprofessional idiot, right? Because I have no explanation. And some customers really want to hear this. They want to hear directly from the mechanic. I get that all the time. JT, come to the front just to speak with a customer, because they don't. It's not that they don't trust the, manager or anything like that. The manager have a hard time explaining it, and in this case, I'm gonna have a hard time explaining it. I don't know what to make of this, but the car is fixed. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Let me put all this back together, and I'll see you guys on the next video.